Hi, today I am talking about centers of intelligence. The centers of intelligence are head, which is thinking, heart or feeling, and gut, which is doing. So each of the 9 Enneagram types are divided into 3 categories to fit into these triads. Types 5, 6, and 7 are part of the head triad. These types operate mostly out of mental analysis and logical thinking. 5s are fearful they aren't going to be able to do things well, and so they spend time studying, thinking, and preparing. 6s are anxious about their ability to make good decisions and will look for validation outside themselves and use thinking to seek that. 7s fear having to deal with or confront any negative emotions, so they will think and reframe anything to be more positive. This group of the head triad struggles with anxiety, and their response to this anxiousness is that mental analysis and thinking. They do tend to be more objective because their feelings are removed from situations. The heart triad is made up of types 2, 3, and 4. This group operates most out of their emotions and with feeling. This group tends to struggle with shame. 2s will convince themselves that they don't have needs and that they are only ever loved and wanted for what they can give and do for others. 3s struggle to believe they're worthy apart from what they accomplish, and they're actually the least in touch with their feelings of this group. They will take in information through emotion, but they will not process it with feeling. And then 4s tend to struggle with sadness and melancholy. They feel the shame that they lack something that everyone else has. This group can tend to over-identify with emotions or stay in emotions a lot longer than the other numbers on the Enneagram. And they can be less objective because they are feeling and viewing their feeling as reality. For those in this group, 4s, 3s, and 2s, you probably feel a lot more than you realize and are more detached from your head and body or from thinking and doing than you realize. Lastly, we have the gut triad, which is made up of 8s, 9s, and 1s. This triad operates out of gut instincts and what feels right, and then they launch right into doing. So this group struggles with anger. 1s have a lot of resentment. They try to shove any anger down because any anger would be perceived as bad. 8s realize that they're angry and they use it to dominate their environment and to gain a sense of control. 9s deny and repress their anger to maintain peace and harmony. They're the least in touch with their anger of this group. This group responds by doing, and they're probably a lot more in touch with their body than they realized and are more detached from their thoughts and feelings. This group also tends to be more objective because their feelings are removed. So all of us have one dominant center of intelligence, and we also have one repressed center. But in order to be healthy, well-rounded people, we need to balance our centers and make sure we're using all 3. So engage in self-observation to see and when you're using more than the others, and when you are focused on thinking, focused on feeling, and how you can engage those other centers. It's not natural for you to access your other 2 centers, but it is possible. Find a trusted friend or someone on the Enneagram who's a dominant in another center of intelligence area than you to run things by to help you when you can't help yourself. For example, if you're in the heart center and you're writing a difficult email, maybe check with a friend in the head center who's going to use that logic and objectivity to check your work. So I hope that helped you understand a little bit more of the centers of intelligence. Drop some comments if you have questions, and I look forward to learning with you more in my next video.